All right, I'm gonna tell you guys how to dominate the trade industry and become a high earner as soon as possible. Specifically auto body, because that is the trade that I'm in. The trade I'm in is auto body, so I can teach you guys at the best and how to dominate that trade. So where do I start? If you're in high school, if you're a young guy watching this and you're in a trade school, try and get an internship job as soon as possible. We're just gonna start that there. But I know a lot of you guys are actually gonna be adults already, so let me give you the more adult breakdown. What's gonna happen is you need to find a place that will give you the opportunity to grow. Straight out, simple like that. You need an opportunity to grow when you go somewhere. You need to find a place that will provide you with training. You know, they provide you with training, provide you with knowledge, has experienced technicians, good technicians, good employees, whatever, if you're not going into like the automotive side. But that is the most important thing. I see so many young guys get fucked over because they end up in a place where there's no opportunity for growth. An example of no opportunity for growth, you get there and the boss is like, yeah, you'll have to just sweep my floors for a year, and then maybe you'll get a shot at touching these cars or touching this heavy equipment or touching the real tools. When you hear that, almost run. It's almost a sign to run, because the reality is you're gonna be stuck in a position. You're gonna be in a position that you don't like, a position you don't care about. And older guys, older people, older technicians will tell you that this is just how the game goes. That's just how it goes. That's just what you gotta do. Oh, you just gotta sweep the floor. You gotta be the shop bitch. You gotta be the team bitch, whatever. That's what they tell you that it's supposed to be, because that's what they went through. And some employers still have that same old school mentality. Oh, you gotta be my bitch for 5 years and then I'll give you a chance to learn. Think about yourself. What does that do for you, just sweeping floors, doing something you do at your own house? Nothing. So when you're searching for a place that has good opportunity for growth, I'm gonna use an example in the automotive side, because that's what I'm most experienced with. You go and they tell you, hey, we got a good technician, we can have you work alongside with him, you can help him out while he trains you. That's what you want to hear. Not, oh, you can clean my cars, you can sweep my floor. You want to, and usually when there's a technician that's willing to teach you, he's usually a good guy. He usually is willing to help if he lets you work up under him. Because the bad apples, they won't even let you work up under them. They won't even, no, fuck that. Why is he cutting into my money? Whatever. So that's step one. Find a place that has good opportunity for growth. Now, in some cases, they may swindle you. This is why you have to pay attention to what the employer, how they word things, how they, you know, describe the position to you. Because at a place I was employed at before, the employer would tell you, yeah, just, you'll wash my cars for 90 days just so we can get a good feel on if you're a good worker or not. Then we'll move you up the ranks. Well, what I've seen happen, now I just so happened to get lucky. I came in there at the right time and I was able to take one of the open positions. And what I see happen to all these guys that he's made this promise to about the 90-day period, they get stuck. They come in, they're cleaning the cars or whatever, then next thing you know, they're cleaning the cars for 2 years, 5 years, sweeping the floor for 2 years. They're doing the bitch work for years and years on years. Where's your opportunity for growth in that? You know, you're just sitting there doing not peasant work, because the work has to be done. Somebody has to do these things. But you're sitting there doing these things while time is passing you by. And especially if you're already an adult, high school kids, there's a little more room to work with because you may live with your parents. You're not in dire need for money. But when you're a grown adult and you got bills to pay, that shit's not gonna cut it. Because in reality, your pay is gonna start off significantly low. There's no way out of that no matter what. You're not gonna get high paid just starting out from the bottom. But if you know there's an opportunity for growth, you can start out at a low pay and jump your income up within the next year or two to what you would desire or more. So that is the first step. Make sure there's an opportunity for growth. Make sure there's somebody that'll take you under their wing. That's what you need. If there's nobody willing to take you under their wing, get out of there. There's no opportunity for growth there. They're closed-minded, they're stuck in their ways, and you're gonna end up being, for example, the shop bitch for so long that you hate your job, you hate showing up there, and now you start doing the shop bitch work, not good, and then they really don't move you up. That's what I see every time. I've seen it happen to so many guys, and this is from being in a higher position, management position, begging to get these guys on the floor, working, doing technician work, and they're just not moving. They get stuck. So the second thing is, once you find a place with opportunity for growth, then you start your apprentice phase. You know, everybody has to go through an apprentice phase. You work hard, you hustle your ass off, and not hustle by like you're just working fast, but mentally hustle too. Like you show them and tell them and make sure it's in their minds that I want to be here, I want to learn, I want to be the best I can be. And you instill that and you drill that into your mentor's mind and your employer's mind. I want to learn, I want to be the best that I can be, I want to do everything I can here to learn and help your company out. And now you just have to go with the flow. You have to ride that out for a year, 2 years, and your pay will increase as long as you keep going. Like, let's say, for example, you start at 10 an hour. After the first year, you'll be at 15 as long as you stay dedicated. And these aren't real hourly wages. I'm just using this for examples. And then next year, you'll be at 20 bucks an hour. And after 2 years, that's a sweet spot for where you have enough experience to go out and be on your own, no apprentice, right? Depending on the trade, that's usually how it'll go. You can start on your own, no apprentice. Now you have the option to A, ask for a raise and keep working for this company and keep learning under the guy, but you start to make so much more money that it's comfortable and you're willing to learn from this guy. You built a good relationship with this mentor, and you'll ask for a higher compensation, or you go seek another job where you can get a higher job offer and a higher compensation because you're coming in there on a clean slate with a better resume. You have experience under your belt now. Now that you have 2 years of experience, now you can go start talking some numbers with another company. And 9 times out of 10, this other company will offer you a higher salary than what your current employer can. That's usually just how it goes, because most employers, they'll move you up based on percentages of your original rate. And the new guy, he's just giving you a nice bigger check. So let's move on with this example. You can, you know, stay with your current employer and move to 25 an hour, from 20 to 25 an hour, or you can go to the new guy and make 30. Now, this video is about how to dominate the trade industry. So, of course, we're gonna go with the 30 guy. You get this new job, you do the same thing. Show them, instead of showing them that you're willing to learn, you will do that. But instead of harping in on the learning, show them that you're willing to go hard, that you're willing to make this company a lot of money so you can make a lot of money too, and put your all into it. Now, You do this for maybe 3 years, 4 years. 4 years is about the sweet spot for this, because as a technician, you know, your growth, it takes a little bit longer to learn. There's so many ins and outs, specifically about automotive stuff. There's so many ins and outs, like you just have to take some years to learn these things. So then 4 years go by. Now, of course you're getting raises over time, but now this is where you really get to start making the big bucks. Really seriously start making the big bucks. Before, you were compensated well, you were compensated comfortably, you can live a normal life, you can drive a decent car, or you can pay your rent or whatever. Now, we're 6 years into this. 6 years into the trade. Most guys don't last 5 years. I'm gonna tell you why. Because nobody gives them an opportunity. But now you're the guy who has 6 years of experience. You probably got some certifications under your belt. Lots of certifications. I mean, my 4th year in, I already had over like 25, 30 certifications. I was highly certified because I found a place that had a high opportunity for growth. But now, same situation that happened 4 years ago. Talked with my employer, negotiate a higher salary, or go to a new company and go even higher. So let's say 4 years go by. At this point, you're probably about like 35, 36 bucks an hour. Now you're debating, you're at 36 an hour. Now this is where it comes in. This is why I talk about going to a new employer. You're at 36 an hour, you talk to your current employer, the most I can do for you is 38 an hour is the best I can do for you. Well, you go to another guy's company, oh man, you got some good experience, you got some good certifications, you know what you're talking about. I can get you in for 43 an hour. I can get you in for 50 an hour. 55. I can get you in on a commission based where you're making over 6 figures. Now, it's a whole different ball game. So, let's just put this in perspective. Say you go to college for 4 years, your starting salary, unless you go and be some kind of big league, you're a fucking lawyer or whatever, your starting salary is gonna be like 60 grand with your college degree. And you're losing money doing this. You're not making any money. But in this trade industry, you were making money the whole time. You spent the 4 to 6 years building your skills, and now you're looking at job offers where 90,000, 120,000, 150,000, and it only took you 6 years to get to this point. Some of these guys, it takes 10 years, 10 plus years to get to this level. I mean, I met one of my first mentors. He was in the industry for 15 years, but only 7 of those years he was actually fixing cars. He was doing like little miscellaneous bitch work or whatever. That's not the way you want to go. You want to get in as soon as possible and start learning as soon as possible and perfect your skills as soon as possible, right away. So now you're at this point where you're getting these high salary offers, and you still gotta work hard, man. This is America. You gotta work hard no matter where you go. You're not just gonna make easy money. Nothing's easy. Everybody online tells you that making money is easy. It's easy once you have a system in place. It's easy once you have a high earning skill. Then it's easy, but it's not really easy. You still gotta fucking work. You still gotta work hard, especially in the trade industry. You're doing physical labor. You gotta work hard on your body. But now you're 6 years in. Let's just say you take the highest compensation. You're at 130 grand a year. You bank that for 5 years. You're making 130 grand for 5 years. Now, I guess if you're like in California or whatever, I guess that's like minimum wage to you crazy fucks. But if you're somewhere like Ohio, Kentucky, you're doing it big. You're in the big leagues. You save a lot of that money, you put that work in, make 130 grand for 5 years straight. After those 5 years, now you need to look at a business opportunity. You need to look at a way for make your money work for itself. And now you're at that point where you can start doing entrepreneurship. You can buy you a house. I mean, I bought my house at 21. So, I mean, you know, you can buy the house a long time ago. You've been had that money. But now you can start your own business. You can start your own company doing the trade like that you already do and make a lot more money doing it that way. You can have stuff going on the side, money working for itself on the side while you're still doing the trade, or you can get completely out of it. This is pretty much how you build the foundation to financial freedom, because the problem is most guys are telling you that, oh, by 20, you need to have $500 million. By 20, you need to make it out. By 21, by 23, oh, you need this by 23. I say my personal belief is by 30 is when you want to start seeing the financial freedom. You spend your 20s grinding your ass off. You spend your 20s working your ass off, working hard, doing the best you can, making as much money as you can, putting back as much money as you can. And of course, you're going to spend some of that money here and there. I mean, I'm driving a fucking M5. It's actually for sale now, but I'm driving an M5. So you see, I spent my money elsewhere. But you, at the end of the day, this is how you build a good career, a good high earning skill, make some good money for some years, build some capital to invest into something new so you don't have to work as hard, because you definitely want exit strategies when you're doing trade work, because it's very damaging on the body if you do this till you're 50. Because what motivated me the most is seeing guys at companies that I work at be 50 years old, complaining about not having enough money, about how sore they are, about their breathing, whatever, while still doing a shit job. I don't want to be there. I want to do, if I'm doing a shit job, it's because I'm bored at that age. I want to make sure I'm taken care of and I don't have to work as hard when I'm that age. I want to relax. I want to spend time with my family. I want to be able to enjoy life. And of course, I want to still work because it brings you some fulfillment. But at the end of the day, this is what we work hard for. Not everybody's gonna be some like rich $10 million entrepreneur. That's not the story written for everybody. But you can write yourself a story where you live very comfortable, you're very happy, you're pretty much financially free, and you're not scrounging for your next dollar. That's the environment you want to create for yourself. You don't have to be a billionaire. You don't have to have 200 million by the time you're 21. You can take your time and build wealth over time and do things the old school way, the right way. So the moral of the story is, guys, work really hard in your early 20s. If you're getting into the trade industry, find somewhere where there's a big opportunity for growth so you don't get left behind while guys like me are making the big bucks. So that's my advice for the day, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I am out.